Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming. The last couple of times that I went out in my TwinTroller, when I first pushed the pedals while it was still on the trailer, it made this noise. See, this is the port side pedal. The port side motor is making that thumping noise. But both times, once I launched the boat and put it in the water, that sound went away. So I wanted to climb underneath here and try to figure out what is going on. So let's go see. In the description below this video, there are links to most of the items used in many of my videos. They are there so you can locate them in case you are interested. And that's right, I am a TwinTroller boat owner. I don't see anything right off that is making me wonder what is doing this, but let's take the grates off so I get a better look. It's all my screws. And look at the grate. The whole motor seems pretty tight, and this does go in and out just a little. I can't be under there and push this pedal at the same time. The 9/16 socket to get the propeller off. Nut. There's a washer. And propeller. Now the propeller is all in one piece, it appears. I don't know if you can hear that. There's water inside the propeller. A lot of people have complained that they've got some knocking, and my guess is if you had water inside here, it would throw the balance off. But let me show you something else. I pulled the pin out, and wow. There is a ton of fishing line on this. And I can't get it off. It's wound up there. It's so tight. Gonna have to get a sharp knife and try and cut it off. I actually have one in the boat. Cut some of this. Get the bulk off. That's a lot of fishing line. There's a bunch wrapped around the Let's see if I can unwind some of this. Alright. I have it all off. Alright, let's try and spin the motor. Well, that's interesting. So I got the rest out. I don't like the idea of this being, there's a seam right here, all the way around. It seems to be how the water has gotten in there. So I can always take some sealant and put it there. Possibly one of the best sealants to use is this. It is 3M Marine Adhesive Fast Cure 4200. Now this is made for being underneath the water line. They make some other ones with different numbers. This 4200 is for below the water line, which is exactly what you are going to use to seal these screw holes. So where these screws that hold the grate in place, I'm going to put some of that 4200 on the threads, so when these screw in, I won't be getting water inside the hull, and I don't think I have water. I've never gotten the impression I had water. I've tipped the boat back and forth. I don't hear water sloshing. But anytime you take a screw out of the bottom, you really need to seal any opening. I took the propeller and I shook this out for a good 15 minutes. When I first started spinning this while it was still on the motor, it was flinging water around, which was a surprise to me, and that's kind of what tipped me off that maybe there's some water someplace. So right around that seam, I'm going to put this sealant. I had trouble getting this out of here because the very stem was hard. I hadn't used this in a couple of years now, so I had to take a drill bit that was just about that size and ream out just the very end. It's soft throughout the tube, and this is some sticky stuff. So I got it around where the seal would be, where the edge is, and I'm just going to try and wipe off any of the excess. It is tacky, but on the inside, between this part and this part, or between this part, and I'm trying to show you best, it's there. So my guess is this will seal this pretty well, and I'm just going to go put it back on. I took everything off with a battery-driven drill, but I'm not going to put all those screws back on the same way. Now there's a pin that I had to take out that I'm putting in, and I'm putting it, turning this so that it's horizontal. If I put it the other way, it'll fall out. And there's a groove on here going this way where the pin goes. So this has got to go in like that. There it goes, and I can feel it. There's a washer. That goes up first. Just want to make sure it feels like it's all the way there. And it does. This is a nylock, so it has a nylon ring around it to keep it from unscrewing itself. So you put it in as tight as you can get it with my fingers. Adjust my wrench so it will tighten and not loosen. And then I hold the prop and turn it. So you're putting that on snug, but you're not cranking it on like as if you put in a bolt, a head bolt on a motor. So apparently that worked. All right, now we got to get the grate back on. I don't remember if I got this turned around or not. Let's check. I'm just going to put it in place. Let's see if the screws line up. And see, these screws, well, you probably can't see that. These screws don't line up. So I got this turned around. It's got to go back like that. Now, put this here because there are 6 screws. And like I said, I'm putting this back on with a screwdriver. So I'm going to hand tighten them. I'm not going to use a power tool. And I'm putting on some of this all the way around the threads. Now, this is pretty gooey stuff, so I'm pretty sure it will seal well. Alright, let's at least just get one in here. Alright, those 2 screws are up there, and they are holding it in place. I'm just trying to make sure this is all the way up. Okay, snug. Pretty cool, crazy. It's only plastic. You don't want to rip these through. The other side could have issues just like this one did. So fishing line can eventually wear the seals that are on the shaft inside the motor. It can get pulled in there. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do the other side. You've already seen me do this. You don't need to see me do the other one. If there's an issue, I'll get the camera and we'll show you that again. And if not, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, because I did. Let me show you. This much fishing line can cause a heck of a mess and have you come out, climb underneath your boat and do this, but it's doable. It's not difficult. I could have even tried to jack the thing up higher so I could get under here a little bit easier, but I didn't. I'm doing just fine, and so can you. Bye now. I hope you could see this. I told you if there was any issues, I'd bring you back. Let me pull the pin, and then let me show you this. There is kind of nylon string of some kind on this one too. Actually, it looks like it's braided line. Yeah, that's what it is. It's braided fishing line, which is probably even more potentially dangerous because it's so thin that this could get into the seals even easier. All right, it looks like I'll have to cut some of this off. Okay, the other side is done. And this is what I got off of the shaft of the propeller. This is all braided line. At no point did I ever, while fishing, get my fishing line caught underneath the boat. So this came from other fishermen. For that side, that's the right-hand side or the starboard side. And this is off the port side, the left-hand side. Both of them are now working. Port side, left side. And that was the right side. So everything is working the way how it should. And I'm not having a problem with my motors. I'm not having a problem with my propeller. There was a tiny bit of water in the port side propeller. However, the other side, the starboard side, did not have any water in it at all. I said goodbye when I was done with the port side and didn't expect anything on the other, but there were issues. So let me say goodbye again. And at least this time I'm standing upright. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and maybe you'll need to do that to yours. It wasn't a big deal, but I'm getting too old to be climbing under the boat. But I did it. Have a nice day. Bye now. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe if you haven't, or push that bell, or give me a thumbs up if you like the video. You can also leave some comments or questions down below. Thanks for watching. Bye now.